Welcome back to Post Time. Recently, a fan favorite named Pacific Filly hung up her harness. So the crew at Post Time wanted to give a little recognition to this sassy standardbred.
Pacific Filly has been a spectacular mare. She began at the age of 2 and raced until this year, when she retired recently at age 9. The daughter of Pacific Fella made just shy of $1 million and was owned by Robert and Norma Messick of Milford, Delaware. She was a treat to watch on the racetrack and as game as they come. Pacific Filly had 227 starts with 48 wins, 44 seconds, and 32 thirds. Her mark was an outstanding 150-4. The fierce four-legged diva was trained in Harrington, Delaware by Ernie and Tim Torbert.
Timmy, Pacific Filly was such a joy to watch race. So how come you had to retire her?
Really no major reason. She was just getting to the point in her career where she couldn't compete where we thought she should be able to. And I mean, of course we were trying to get her to the $1 million mark, but it just got to the point where she couldn't compete at the level where she was going to get to that. So naturally we just discussed it one day and went ahead and retired her. I mean, she was already in to go, and Mrs. Messick come over, and then it just come up in conversation, and we raced her on that Tuesday and just decided to quit.
Now, what's her future then?
She's turned out over to their farm there for now, and the plan, I'm pretty sure so far, is to breed her to Roddy's Bags again here next year.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, now you mentioned Roddy's Bags again, who was an incredible racehorse for you. So where does Pacific Filly then rate on your all-time favorite list?
She's pretty high, of course. I mean, she's probably, yeah, well, those two horses are by far the horses that made my career, and but the longevity that she had was just unbelievable. And so, yeah, I'm not going to pick between the two of them, but I just hope one day to have one more of them.
Well, that's very politically correct of you. There you go. Well, you know what? We'll say this: best racing mare was Pacific Filly, and then we'll say the best stallion that you had, the best racing horse was Roddy's Bags again. That way you have two number ones. There
Okay.
you go. All right. Thank you so much for being on the show, Timmy.
Not a problem, anytime.
Another leading lady in Harrington harness racing from the past decade is Call Her Bluff.
This wonderful woman raced from 1995 to 2003. Call Her Bluff's mark was 153-2, and she earned close to $400,000. The pacing standout held track records for aged mares at both Harrington Raceway and Dover Downs. And she was a Delaware Standardbred Owners Association Horse of the Meet at Harrington Raceway's Half Mile. She raced for owners Jim Perry and Tony Domino Jr. Tony was also the trainer and still has her at his farm in Middletown, Delaware.
Tony, is Call Her Bluff as good a mommy as she was a race mare?
She is an excellent mommy and a good stepmommy.
Really? She's a stepmommy. Tell me about that.
Well, Love and Lust has a yearling in from the day he was born. He thinks Call Her Bluff is his mother, and the only time he would go to his real mom is to nurse her. And so we named the colt Two Moms and Me.
So we know about her stepbaby. What about her biological children? Who are they and how have they done?
The first colt was a horse called Close Enough, and he got cast in the stalls at 2-year-old, and he took a mark of 56 at Harrington. The second one was MJ Buddha Baby. He took a mark of 51-3 at Chester, went over 220. The third one was Bluff's Real Deal. She's got a mark of 52 now, 52-1, and she's won 225. And the fourth one is a colt, all by McCardle, the last three, and his name is Call His Bluff, and he's a real big gangly colt, and I've been in 15 with him. He's going to be a nice horse.
Okay, all right, so she's got great offspring. How about her mothering skills? Has she been good with her babies?
Oh, she's an excellent mom. She's a very good disciplinarian.
I wish I could say that about myself. Now she looks fabulous. How does she stay in shape? Maybe a lot of us can take lessons from Call Her Bluff.
She loves to be outside. I keep her outside with the other 2 mares and a gelding, and I feed her 20 ears of cob corn a day.
Really? Is that the secret?
I pick my own corn and I feed her 20 ears a day.
Because, I mean, she really is just super looking, and she is 20 now.
20 years old.
You, come on, get out of the way. Let's go.
I bought her at the Meadowland sale when she was 4 years old for $18,000, and her lifetime earnings went $399.
Now, would you say that she is one of the best horses that you've ever trained?
By far.
Very
By far the best one I ever trained.
Well, we wanted to stop by here and see Call Her Bluff and have a little visit because we remember her from back in the late 90s and so on when she was racing, had her on the show, and just still spectacular looking.
So God's blessed me with her. She's been a great mare for me and an excellent mom. She really has. I've been blessed.